I want to answer the question, can God make you rich? Can God give you money? Can God pay your bills? And definitely, yes, He can. And I'm going to tell you a story from my life in a minute. But there is a verse in the New Testament, 2 Corinthians 8:9, where Paul says that when Jesus Christ died on the cross, He became poor with our poverty so that we could be rich. It actually says this. So I've experienced this many times through my life as a Christian, and I think God has taken care of me all the time, but sometimes I didn't have a lot of money, and sometimes I had so much money that I could stop working and serve God full time, which is right now I'm living like this. Miraculously, God has blessed me and my bank account so that I don't have to live from a salary, but I can do things for God. And like last year, I believe this will be my 4th time going to Asia this year soon. And also I went to Germany, I went to Spain, I went all around all the countries in Scandinavia, and all paid for by myself, with no job, with no salary, because of miracles. And I'll tell you the story how this began about 19 years ago, where I felt in my heart, me and my wife, and we had a young child at that time, and we felt that we were supposed to move to another country and do some work for God. And we did it. We quit our job, sold our apartment, and moved to another country, and to a place we hadn't even seen the apartment we were going to rent. And we had some money saved up from my company before, which I had a company. But when we moved to this country, after a few months, of course, all the money ended, and there came a time where the rent was due, and I had zero money on my account, and I would probably, well, it was very dark, and one day I went out to pray and desperately pray God to break through. We had followed His voice and felt like we were doing His will, so also we felt like God would want to take care of us. So that was a Friday afternoon. I went out to pray, and I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and walked around the city praying. And when I was praying, I had a vision, an image or a little movie appeared in my mind. I knew it was from God, because you know that when something appears and you don't think, it's not you that is imagining things. This is a vision from God. And what I saw was a hammer, a golden hammer, coming down from heaven. And I figured out that I was supposed to take that hammer and knock it on all my bills, my rent, and everything that I had to pay. By the way, the bank had just taken our car, so I didn't have a car, because I wasn't able to pay the loan on the car at that time. So I did this in prayer. I knocked this golden hammer on all my bills, like symbolically. I literally was walking around waving my arm, knocking this hammer. People thought I was crazy, and I had read enough in the Bible to know that when you see a vision like this, you don't do one time, you do it until you feel like the miracle has happened. And I don't remember how many times I knocked this imaginary hammer, but after some time I stopped. And what I didn't know was that around that time, a friend of ours not a wealthy man, a poor guy actually. He never had much money all his life. He won a lot of money in a group. He was in a group that was betting on horses, and he won millions. And so that happened probably exactly when I was praying that Friday night. And I didn't know it, but a few days later he called and said that he had transferred or would transfer nearly $1 million, which would probably be about $1.5 million, near $1.5 million, or $1,200,000, $300,000 to my bank account. This is Scandinavian money, not dollars, so it's more like $150,000, which was a lot of money for us, because we could pay all our bills and we can go and buy a new car and live off on that money a couple of years, 2 or 3 years after that. And while we were doing that, we were able to engage in the local church there and start a prayer meeting, organize a prayer meeting that will gather some people every day to pray for a breakthrough and a revival in that church. And things started to happen there. Some people got saved, and some people got visions, and the Holy Spirit began to move a little bit. So that's one example of how God can bless you, and how God not only want to, but He want to, not only can He take care of your bills and give you what you need, but He can give you more than that. And that's how I feel what it means to be rich. Is that you have everything you need, but you also have everything else, so that you don't have to live off of someone else, and you can do whatever you feel like you're supposed to do. So may God bless you.